Hello folks, the market continues to go higher, but SoundHound is getting left behind. Sensing weakness, predatory short sellers attacked the hound alongside third-rate Wall Street analysts who recently issued downgrades. In this video I'll talk about short sellers and how I'm not worried, today's price action, and my forecast for tomorrow and the weeks ahead. Before we begin, most of you are not subscribed, so please hit that like and subscribe button to get instant updates when I post SoundHound videos. And also, I'm not a financial advisor, so take all my content with a grain of salt and seek professional financial advice if you need to. Alright, so a small short seller active on Twitter called Capybara Research has recently released two short reports on SoundHound. I've read through them and most of the content is pretty shallow and involves the author simply throwing accusations at company management without much evidence. Here's a couple. SoundHound is misleading investors by claiming its product is on par with ChatGPT. It's lost key customers and it uses deceptive accounting to artificially inflate revenue. Okay, so the first point is incorrect because nowhere does SoundHound management say that its product is on par or better than ChatGPT. And also, ChatGPT is a large language model. SoundHound is a voice AI product. It's not the same, and it's like comparing apples with oranges. It's not really a fair comparison. And to address the second point, yes, SoundHound has lost a key customer like Mercedes-Benz, but I mean the commercial significance of that is minor, and customer churn is a normal part of every business. I mean, if Palantir loses a customer, does it go to the market and advertise to the world that it's lost so-and-so as a customer? No, there's no need for that. And I think that what the author's doing here is just trying to latch onto something to attack SoundHound with. And onto the third point, SoundHound uses deceptive accounting to artificially inflate revenue. And this was in relation to the company upgrading its revenue with an existing client for an existing service, which appears to be ongoing. So look, I think we can assume that this work is being conducted currently, which means that this revenue can be recognized. But I think the company could come out in the near future and clarify this accusation, because this is a serious allegation and the bears could run away with it if the company doesn't address it. But what's interesting though is that the author of the short report was recently sued by the last company he launched the short attack against, and the company is a small NASDAQ listed one called Safety Shot. It's trying to commercialize a drink that lowers blood alcohol content, so I guess they're trying to target the nightlife crowd. So anyway, Capybara released a short report on Safety Shot, and on the day of the release the share price fell nearly 40%. But Capybara was later successfully sued by Safety Shot and was told to take down its report, which was found to be defamatory, unfounded and malicious. The guy behind Capybara was found to be a Brazilian resident named Igor Appleboom. What a name. And initially he tried to hide from the courts by not responding to emails, and he also deleted his personal Twitter account. So this guy essentially got nailed for spreading misinformation. But unfortunately, it looks like he sort of got away with it in the sense that if he profited from his short, which it looks like he has, there's no mention of him having to pay a fine or penalty, just that he had to retract his report and stop making any more about the company. I don't think that's fair, and he should be made to repatriate his profits and make their shareholders whole. So when it comes to SoundHound, is litigation a path that management can take against Capybara? Certainly, but at this point in time, I think it's best for management to put their heads down and focus on delivering results in the form of new customers and revenue. The best way to shut down the haters is with cold hard cash, and if SoundHound can get the top 10 or 15 restaurant customer that everyone is waiting for, then the share price will take care of itself. If you're not aware, SoundHound is currently in talks with the top 10 or 15 restaurant chains in the States, according to their CFO, and here's a quick list of them. Even if we don't land a juggernaut like McDonald's, some of the smaller ones like Wendy's or Burger King would still be a huge step up from the likes of White Castle, who is currently a customer of SoundHound's. Which brings me to today's price action. I think the market is getting a little bit nervous about the lack of news on the commercial front. I mean, we had the Nvidia Drive collaboration announcement a few days ago, but like I said in my previous video, there is uncertainty about the commercial implications of that partnership because no dollar amounts were mentioned. And the market wants to see dollar figures because that will boost the top line, which in turn will convert to the bottom line. So as we see in the 15-minute chart, there was a stern rejection by the bears right at the open, and there was sustained selling all throughout the day on high volume, which is not great for the bulls. Moving on to the daily chart, yesterday I said I wanted to see the price recover back inside of this wedge, but it violated the lower bound even further, falling below $7. Needless to say, this price action is quite bearish. Tomorrow I really want to see the stock make some sort of a recovery, but I think realistically the next battle zone between the bulls and the bears will be this $6 area. This is the prior area of high volume and the price should find some support there. If, however, the price crashes through this tomorrow and ends up in the 5s, it would portend further downside next week. So if you look at the last few days price action, it looks bearish for sure, but we need to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. In other words, we're still in a bull market, the AI sector is still strong, and SoundHound's fundamentals still look positive. Now I'll give you guys a forecast for tomorrow and the weeks going forward. I reckon SoundHound is currently entering a period of consolidation whereby it tries to find some sort of price support. What does that mean for shareholders? It means we're likely to see the share price sort of bounce around between $5 and $8 for the next few weeks or even months. Of course, the stock could promptly reverse and head straight back up if news is really good. So if management come out tomorrow with a significant new customer win, it could help arrest the current slide in the stock. But of course, it could also keep falling and go back down to $4 and even lower. There's no guarantees and you need to have your own risk management plan in place. So am I selling my shares? No, I'm still holding and bullish on SoundHound. If anything, I feel like this is yet another tree shake to get rid of weak paper hands. If it gets back down to $4, I may even consider buying some more, but only if my outlook remains bullish. My first target is still $12 and I was hoping it would get there by next week, but I think that's going to get pushed out a little bit further into the future. So that's it for today, folks. If you liked this video, please hit the like and subscribe button and you'll get daily SoundHound updates from me. Thanks for watching and see you guys tomorrow.